Mathematics is more than numbers. It's about how we think and reasoning. But for many students, mathematical logic feels abstract and hard to grasp. And that's why we are from Group 3 created a simple and interactive solution, introducing Logiboard, a teaching aid that makes logic clearer and easier to understand. Our Logiboard, a logic device for mathematical logic material there is for grade 11. At the first, I will explain the background. Mathematical logic is a crucial foundation for developing critical reasoning and deductive thinking skills. Despite its importance, this topic often presents a significant challenge in education due to its abstract nature. Students are required to understand the relationship between proposition and represented only by formal symbols without tangible physical representation. Traditional teaching methods, relying on lectures and rote memorization of truth tables, are often ineffective. This approach fails to bridge the gap between formal mathematics and conceptual understanding, contradicting modern pedagogical principles that emphasize active, conceptual, and experience-based learning. Within the scope of the current issues in mathematics problem course, the students' lack of deep conceptual understanding of mathematical logic was identified as a pressing pedagogical problem. This challenge of abstraction necessitates the creation of innovative, concrete, and manipulative learning media. Therefore, we designed and constructed the Logiboard device. This physical model concretizes logical operations, where the movement of a ball directly visualizes the determination of truth values. The creation of Logiboard is a practical effort to find a solution to contemporary mathematics learning issues, making mathematical logic more accessible, interactive, and comprehensible for students. And there is materials and tools of Logiboard. There is materials, thick cardboard, HBS paper, Bristol board, Manila paper, mica plastic, color markers, whiteboard markers, pen, pencil, thin pen. And the tools is scissors, stapler, ruler, PVC white glue, glue stick, cutter knife, pen, and eraser. From Logiboard, there is the device components. First is mainboard or base. There is the primary surface where all components are mounted. The second is logic track. The third is closing barriers. Fourth is paper balls. And fifth, the collection box. How to create? 1. Create the mainboard. The 2. Divide columns. 3. Create track patterns. 4. Create tracks walls. 5. Install the track. 6. Labeling. 7. Install cover. 8. Create operation labels. 9. Create barriers. 10. Install collector box. 10. Create balls. 11. Create baskets. 12. Create cards. 13. Attach accessories. And the next is how to use.
Next is how to use this Logiboard. So as you can see guys, there are 4 patterns here. That is conjunction, disjunction, implication, and de-implication. So now the first is the conjunction. The conjunction is mathematical logic that characteristics by the word done or and with the sign like this. So this is P and this is the Q. So if the statement P is true, we don't make the boundaries block here. But if the statement P is not true, we have to make the boundaries block here. Then if the Q statement is not true, we have to make the boundaries block here. So now we have to look the truth table. That is, the first is if P statement is true and Q statement is true, so the P and D is true. Now, then if the result is true, the ball will fall into the collecting basket. But if the statement is not true, the ball is not fall into the basket. So the second is if P statement is true but the Q statement is not true, that is we have to make the boundaries in Q. So the ball will not fall into the basket. That is the result is not true. Then the third is if P statement is not true but the Q statement is true, that P and D is not true. So we have to make the boundaries in P. Then the ball is not will fall into the basket. But if the fourth is if the statement P is not true and the statement Q is not true, so the result is we have to make the boundaries block in P and Q. So the result is not true because the ball will not fall into the basket. The second is disjunction. So disjunction is the mathematical logic that is characterized by using the word or the sign like this. That is here the P and Q statement and the boundaries block like the first one. So we have to see the truth table. That the first is if P statement is true and the Q statement is true, so that the result is true. That is we don't have to make the boundaries block anywhere. The result is true because the ball is fall into the basket. Then the second is if the P statement is true but the Q statement is wrong, then the statement is we have to make the boundaries in Q. Then the result is true because the ball is fall into the basket. But the third is if P statement is not true but the Q statement is true, then the result is we have to make the boundaries in the P statement. That is the result is true because the ball will fall into the basket. But if the statement P is not true and the statement Q is not true, then the result is we have to make the boundaries both into the P and Q statement. So the result is not true because the balls not fall into the basket.
Implication is a mathematical logic characteristic by if blanks then blanks. And here we can see the statement of P, the statement of Q, and the symbol of implication is like this. Okay? If the statement is true, there is no need for a partition. If the statement is false, then we prove a partition. Okay, let's prove it using a truth table. In first, if the statement P are true and Q are true, we don't need a partition. Then we insert a ball and it falls to the basket. So the statement is true. Second, if the statement P is true, then the is not need for a partition and P is false, then we need a partition in here. And we insert the ball. If the ball doesn't fall, then statement is false. Next, if the statement P is false, we need prove a partition in here. And the statement P is true, need a partition. Okay, let's insert the ball. Okay, the ball fall into the basket. The statement is true. And thus, if the statement P is false, we need to partition in here. And statement P is false, we need partition in here. And then we insert the ball, and the ball fall into the basket, and the statement is true. Okay, next we will explain the implication.
Now I will explain the B conditional part. Okay, the B conditional, which is a mathematical logic operation characterized by the phrase if and only if, and is symbolized like this. Here we have statement P, and here is the statement Q. Here is the path for a false statement, and here is the path for true statement. The method for using the B conditional differs slightly from the others. The first case, both P and Q are true. If P is true, a block is placed on the false path. And if Q is true, a block is placed on the false path too. Drop the ball into the track. The ball falls into the collecting box, so the statement is true. For the second case, P is true and Q is false. If P is true, a block is placed on the false path. If Q is false, a block is placed on the true path. Drop the ball into the track. The ball does not fall into the collecting box, so the statement is false. For the third case, P is false and Q is true. If P is false, a block is placed on the true path. If Q is true, a block is placed on the false path. Drop the ball into the track. The ball does not fall into the collecting box, so the statement is false. And the last one, the fourth case, If P is false, a block is placed on the true path. If Q is false, a block is placed on the true path. Drop the ball into the track. So the ball falls into the collecting box. So the statement is true. This analogy demonstrates the truth table for the P conditional, which is only true when P and Q have the same truth value.